team and all our supporters. You guys know who you are. I've been working on this for 7 months now, and it's come to this point where we wanted something, we kind of got it, so now we got to keep it going. The things I'm going to cover first is we need to get a list of like what qualifications do you want to see the candidates have. Right now. So we're going to start off with that. We got a few questions from the public. I'm not going to make any suggestions, so I need everyone here. So this will be the first one that we'll cover. And it'll be anywhere from, you need a hunting license, you need to have a high school diploma, whatever it wants to be. We want to hear from you guys, and then we're going to make this list of suggestions, and then we're going to combine that, and then we're going to take the top 3 out of those. So anybody want to start it off? Any ideas?
First off, possibly a resume as to, their history as far as, within the hunting community, how they came about hunting and things as such. And second part would be sensitive to the Hawaiian culture, because that's the basis of all what this is all about as far as native rights, and gathering, hunting and gathering practices and traditions and such. And that is the basis for all of this as far as the fight is, the foundation. To establish that, they have to have a good understanding as to what native culture is all about.
Okay. Okay, Gino, is that a hunting community, native rights, gathering, understanding native culture? Okay. Any more? Polycopul?
Should be a generation thought. Your family's been doing it.
Okay.
Because that doesn't have a race preference, but it does have the experience of living in that place all your life. So it should have generation passed down hunting experience and fishing from your area.
What about being born in the state of Hawaii? Would that be
Yeah, so what we're going to do is once we get all the lists, this list is going to go to like the corporate council, and then they'll deem what is, certain obviously some things we cannot, they'll look at the law. Yeah.
Maybe that would work.
Yeah, foreign, right?
Yeah, maybe that would work.
How about more of just a citizen? No. Citizen.
Because then,
Resident of Hawaii.
someone with knowledge from the mainland, what Joe was saying too, being prejudiced, but on our part, we require that. You might have someone with a lot of knowledge from the mainland with preserving game. Might want to run for office, so being born here would probably not work.
Yeah, so can we determine what would be considered a resident? Because there could be valuable people from the mainland that comes, but they should have, like what Polycopul was saying, to know the hunting and stuff like that. That's the problem that we have, is a lot of the committees and commissions that there's no hunter representing it on there. They already have the biologists, but we don't want to deny that either, because it's, we have local people that do that. Pat?
Tony, since the commission is going to be made up, my opinion, honestly, that it should be from the state of Hawaii. Because we, the people from Hawaii, we know the island, we know how it started, we know what it did. You bring someone from the northwestern side, maybe they're educated with books or maps, but they wasn't born in the area. So their feeling and our feeling would be a little different. I honestly feel that you have to get people from the state of Hawaii.
Okay, so we'll put that resident of Hawaii, they'll cover that, okay?
Because this is like a brainstorming effort, it doesn't matter whether you think, they might not like it, or maybe they'll accept it and things like that. It doesn't matter, because all of this stuff is going to go before corporate council. Okay? Before and those are the attorneys that's going to decide whether it's discriminatory or not. You see? So it doesn't matter how you're thinking or anything like that. Just put your stuff on top there, and then let them weed it out. then you can, defend against it.
I want to recognize a guy who had to get soup bones from Kulana Foods just to feed his burgeoning flock of kids, Kavika Crowley. And Kavika will tell you the most compelling argument is food to eat and survive. Subsistence. I don't think anybody can argue with subsistence. So that should be a concrete. And I want Kavika to stand up here. Stand up, Kavika.
Hi guys.
Hello?
Good to see some of you. It's been a while. I've been on a long for about 15 years. But I can really relate to all this. My friend Gil Silva and Jamie told me about the meeting. So I wanted to come, and I appreciate you letting me come. But let me tell you something. I used to come in my 20s all over, Saddle Road, you name it, hunt pig, and hunting means a lot to me. And I don't like what I'm hearing as far as these outside people doing what they're doing. And I'm running for Congress, 2nd District, against Kelsey Garrett. So I will do everything I can to help you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Tony, being that this is a Game Management Advisory Commission, you should try to get it so that people from different aspects of hunting, a lot of people over here are pig hunters. I don't think it's them, but there should be representatives from the bird hunting community, bull hunters, so there needs to be a broad range of different interests in the hunting community to represent the different hunters.
Are we also including fishermen too then?
Yeah. It's supposed to be open to fishermen, but it's been hard getting fishermen involved yet.
How many people are going to compose this commission?
The commission will be 9. It'll be 1 from each council district. That's the way it's set up. So, there's 9. So it's strategically, it's good in some ways, but in other ways it might be kind of hard in some areas to get succession of people.
So you're looking to have like sort of a balanced mix of those 9 people, or you're just looking to kind of just have a representative from each area to address it?
Yeah, you have to live in that county district, yeah. So to be on the commission. And that way it's good because then you can bring in, like Wally Couple was saying, you live in Ka'u, maybe a particular interest, or Ka'u has a certain interest, or Hamaku has a certain interest, Hilo, or whatever. For us, it's like on a hill, whatever, it's kind of everybody's jurisdiction, so, but it's good to have one person from each council district.
The thing about 9 representatives can be changed. Even Billy said that he could pick 18. I thought they would pick 9 fishermen, 9 hunters. Whatever's on the agenda, that's who steps up to that commission to address that issue. If it was hunting, Mauka stuff, it's Makai Ocean, then these other commissioners would step in. And so we'd have a commission of 18, and they would deal accordingly of what's on the agenda. And you have a whole month to get ready for these things. I think every commission meets once a month. So that would be the way to address fishing and hunting, is to have one representative from each district that deals with one or the other. The whole thing about corporate counsel, I'm not worried about that because they've always had an opportunity to do good things and haven't done nothing. The idea about this commission is to challenge them, to change, to make home rule. We don't want how it is per se, the way it is now. We want it to change, so you got to challenge corporate counsel. It's not about what's on the books, it's about how we change the books to adjust to what our concerns are. So don't stop and worry about attorneys. You just get your point across on how you think this commission should run. That's how we should feel about it. Be grassroots about it, not professional. And if you're going to look at the page you guys all got, that whole section about what's going to go on the ballot is what we should be looking at as our definition or a foundation for this commission. These people on this commission should have subsistence and hunting and fishing experience. They should have an idea of what is protection and traditional practices. So the language is all here on what the criteria is of these people on the commission. I look at it that way. I mean, it's common sense. So we don't have to do all kinds of stuff. Keep the focus on the language of the establishing this game advisory, and this is the qualifications. Now, if you notice, the problem we have all the time has been science, right? So in this commission, it doesn't say anything about science. It says about the people who use the land for subsistence living, traditional practice, and gathering rights. So that's focus to me of this commission. So you don't have to think that you need one scientist guy to sit on the commission. You just need people that have been living off the land, know the land, and been using the land.
I don't know if it's so much of a qualification, but some of the guiding principles that you guys are looking at and charging in selecting this commission member should be someone that has a passion. You can add right after that, and going back on that, passion for preservation of subsistence and hunting, fishing, for protection, passion for protection of traditional cultural gathering rights. I think if you put that as your criteria, what you want, what kind of person you want, this is the kind of person we want, a person that has a passion to keep these things going. So when they're selecting them, someone gets up who may not fit that definition, it's kind of easy to see. You may get people who are coming in there saying, they want to fence the lands off, and to protect, and you get your scientists and stuff like that. We need to do this by getting rid of such and such animal. I think that's kind of the opposite of what you're looking for. So I think if you're looking at guiding ideals, you want a person that has these kinds of passions. Okay.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Yes, Steve.
I think one of the most important things for any commission is commitment. The person needs to be committed to the community. The person is going to have to be willing to work. They're going to have to understand that it's a voluntary, they're not going to get paid, and they have to be willing to, depending on when the meetings are, show up at the meetings, do homework, do research, because none of that is going to be done for the commission. They're going to have to do it themselves. So that is, I think, the most important part of building a strong commission.
Okay. Exactly. All right. Very good. Thank you.
What about eliminating people? For instance, if you hold public office, you're not qualified. I mean, you get like Democrats, Republicans, that all that, right?
Yeah, I don't.
So you will get political influence, so we have to be real careful where that political influence comes from or where it's going. So I don't know how to describe or, you know what I'm trying to say. You have to be real careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're going to have some people like the Sierra Club, for instance, pushing for this political person to win an office. Now, they fulfilled their commitment to that office for 4 years, 8 years, whatever it may be. Now they want to come on a commission, but yet their influence, their thoughts is not quite for the purpose. So we need to be real careful on
Okay. So that'll be a
choosing
be nonpartisan or whatever. That's
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we need to find a way to be careful who we put in that position. We can't get somebody against us.
Okay. Thank you.
Kind of along the lines, economic interests beyond local interests. That's, I think the real danger is somebody come in and want to make money off it.
So that would be like exploiting.
Yeah, exploiting and being there to want.
Good.
Comment again. The thing about him saying people that's got special interests, we already run into that a lot with our local government the way it is now. A lot of people get this handshake positions after they retire from the county or the state. They sit on these commissions and they make decisions about things that more politically motivated and lean more politically that way, because that's what's going on now. So he's right about that. The thing I'm saying is, when a commission is established, say the commission picks 9 people and they're all about hunting, and the state comes up, the Nature Conservancy comes up and said, we're going to fence off so many thousands of acres because of protecting of this plant. The way it has been now, they just do it. They just let you know you're going to lose that many thousand acres because we just do it. This commission is going to be looking at that. They got to come into the commission to say that we want to propose this on the Big Island. And the commission looks and say, wait, does it impact on this, gathering subsistence, religious, whatever? They have to look at it, because the conservation people that came with the project don't look at that. Their advisory commission are all scientists, doctors. There's no hunter, there's no fishing, there's no gatherer on their commission when they propose these lands for this kind of conservation protection. So you got to picture yourself sitting down in this commission being approached by these people about taking away some of the lands that you use for subsistence. You got to run this through the gathering, the foods process, in your family's process, not the science. So I'm just saying that you get a visual about how you're going to deal with this. Whoever sits on this commission, this is what is going to be happening pretty steady. Now, on the fishing side, you guys got to know that West Hawaii side, these guys got that whole reef from Pulolo Point, Kohala to South Point. They got it booked for conservation, man. They're going to put up certain areas, no fishing at all. I don't care what race you are. And they shut it off, and they got certain points shut off. They got their own group called West Hawaii Fishery Advisory Commission. These guys do their own rulemaking, and the little bitty groups that resort guys set up and use the Hawaiians in that area, in Apua, and they set these all up, and it's all based behind Nature Conservancy stopping the fishermen now. Not just the hunter mauka, but the fishermen too makai. But nobody gets to check and balance these people either. That's why this commission was going to be that person. This commission is going to tell them, wait a minute, you can't stop this, stop that, stop this, for these reasons. They're not looking at anybody's reasons on the conservation. So, get a visual in your head about what this commission got to be dealing with. And the state will come down and say, look, a lot of federal funding will put up the fence. A lot of federal funding for patrol this ocean for conservation. We get monies. So you're going to stop the monies from us? The state's going to be grumbling. Now the county's the one who's going to say yeah or no. The way it's been now, they got no voice. But conservation has been the money grabber for the feds. Protect this, protect that, protect this. You try to go to the feds and say, I'd like to get smoked meat. They don't give a damn about that. But if you come and say, I'd like to say one snail, quick, you get money for the snail. So you can get the visual anyway in your head about what's important sometimes. And I think it's lifestyle and subsistence more important sometimes. You know, and if we lose all of that to save one snail, then we won't blow it. You know, in a sense. But that's the mentality we have to have as the commission. You cannot allow the state to push us around, or you cannot have corporate counsel start telling us we can't think freely or change the rules. We've got to be strong on this commission and make a good difference. Or it's not worth it. Just go back to where it was.
So how do you consultation before project begins?
Oh, that's what this commission has to deal with.
That's what we're doing this one. When we get to that one,
Yeah.
that's top priority right there. Okay.
I guess with the,
Oh, sorry.
I know there's a tremendous stigma against so-called special interests who have only their own personal self-gain to promote, but nonetheless, I want to recognize that it's tremendous esteem for this great body of people here to have Stephen Arujo, Mitch Roth, Kavika Crowley, even though this man was a naysayer, saying no politicizing. I believe it's tremendous esteem for this commission to have these so-called people who choose to run for office, put the time in, put their expenses into running for office, to be here to listen to our concerns. So I thank these people who ran for office being here.